One Sabbath day, some Pharisees confronted Jesus. This time, they saw the disciples picking some grain as they walked through the fields. The disciples would dehusk the grain by rubbing the kernels in their hands, and then they would eat it raw. The Pharisees cried out, "Don't you know? The sacred law says you can't harvest and mill grain on the Sabbath day, the day on which all work is forbidden. Why do you think you can ignore the sacred law?" Jesus responded, "Speaking of the sacred law, haven't you read about the time when David and his companions were hungry? Don't you remember? He went into the house of God and took the sacred bread of the presence, which you recall only the priests were lawfully permitted to eat. Remember that they not only ate it, but he also gave it to his companions. Likewise, the Son of Man has authority over the Sabbath." On another Sabbath, Jesus entered the synagogue and taught there. In the congregation was a man who had a deformed right hand. The religious scholars and Pharisees watched Jesus. They suspected that he might try and perform a healing that day, which they would use as evidence to convict him of Sabbath breaking. Jesus knew their plan, and he told the man with the deformed hand to come and stand in front of everyone. The man did so. Then Jesus spoke directly to the religious scholars and Pharisees. "Here's a question for you. On the Sabbath day, is it lawful to do good or to do harm? Is it lawful to save life or to destroy it?" He turned his gaze to each of them, one at a time. Then he spoke to the man, "Stretch out your hand." As the man did, his deformed hand was made normal again. This made the Pharisees and religious scholars furious, and they began discussing together what they would do to Jesus.